put up a little bit earlier that I was going to be opening some chapters packs. And of course, I got a little excited when my package got here because it had been missing for, I don't know, 5 or 6 days. So I decided to crack some initially before I even got into it. Didn't think people were going to be so excited about it. So I just wanted to go over some of the stuff I'd pulled so far. So I'm going to show you these. So just some of the guys that we just got recently. You can see that these are a little different colors. You got, Edgar over there and Lightning, and then another Science and Strago. So that's kind of interesting. I started opening some of the chapters 4 packs. So we got antsy, and so far we've gotten a legendary Garnet, non-foil, and then a foil Delita, which is a beauty. And then an Amaranth, which he's an Earth, which is kind of interesting. And then Hand Thief Zidane, he's a light card. How interesting. And then, not sure, but a Dirge of Cerberus card. I haven't looked this one up yet, so if you know what this guy is, that would be awesome if you could tell me. So let's crack some other packs and see what we got here. Again, this is going to be Chapter 4. So again, cards that we should know, or color shifted stuff. So our rare is going to be Kelger, which is she's a 6 in Opus in our Opus series. So that's interesting. I'm trying to see if there's any other interesting cards in there. Nothing that's really color shifted or anything. But I do like the Shinra Soldier. I just think that's really cool artwork. Really interesting to me. So let's keep moving on. Let's see what we got here. I think this is a really interesting uncommon card. It's the Golem from Type 0, which I just recently played and have to say was kind of lackluster. But hey, not everyone's cup of tea. But I just think it's really cool artwork, just so you can see. And then Freya. But then our rare is Steiner, which he's not an EX as the one that we have. He's a 7K, but he's also in fire instead of water, so that's interesting. And then an ephemeral summoner. We got a Gertie, semblance of a gunslinger. It doesn't look like anything kind of changed on him, so who knows. It's just interesting to kind of crack these open and see what you're going to get. There is not a foil in every pack in these, so that's interesting as well. One of our uncommons is a Odin. It's a 6-drop, Type 0 Odin. Queena, which is interesting. And then we have a good old Dorgan, which he is a light card as well. So that's 2 of the light cards from chapter 4, Zidane and Dorgan. So that's kind of interesting. And then this is a nice card in foil to have, a foil Genesis Avatar. If you note, he's a dark card, so that's interesting. Again, I can't really tell on their abilities, because I can't read them, but still, it's just something interesting to look at. Alright, so in this one, no foil, but we got a Cater, and then Dr. Sid. I think that's his actual name on the card is Dr. Sid. Our rare is Ace, which that's the promo artwork that I think we got here in the States, or for Opus. And then the Vincent Yuffie, the free drop one. So yeah, those are interesting. So one thing that also on the chapters packs, you only get 8 cards, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, you get 8 cards. Typically, the first 2 are uncommons. Then it's your rare, and then if you have a foil, it's behind your rare, and then you get to your commons. So there's our uncommon for this pack, Balthier and Ash. A nice little duo there. And then we have the Diablos, the Type 0 one. It's in water, which is interesting as opposed to wind like we're used to. And our rare is Okay, so I've opened these packs before. I've gotten these things before, and this is probably I think this is one of the most beautiful cards I've ever seen. This Kuja is just fantastic. Uh, if Joseph here is watching, hey, this one goes out to you, sir. But that's a beautiful card, and if I remember correctly, in the game, that is right after Bahamut summoned on Queen Bronze ship and like blasts at Kuja, and that's like the only thing that happens. He gets a little scratch on his head, and he looks at like, this is what you can do. But that's just a beautiful card. No foils in there. We got the Solemn Simulacrum, a Black Chocobo, a Dancer, Hurdy. I think that's the water Moogle that we got. The water backup Moogle. I think it was Hurdy. Hurdy Gurdy. Any of those guys. Then we have a Queen. She's a 2-drop in Ice, which ironically in Ice, in the Opus series, a lot of those are only the Militesi guys, the bad guys. So that's kind of interesting. Another Amaranth. And our rare is yet another one of that Dirge of Cerberus card. I'm not sure what this is. Again, I'll have to look it up after we get through this. We got some DGS guys. We got Mr. Geese himself. And then just I can't wait for this to come out. This goes out to Chris Adams. There's Bosch von Ronsenberg himself of Dalmasca. I love that part in the thing. All right, so let's keep going here. Kind of speed this up. Just trying to give you a little bit of the layout of the pack. So we get a Galoof as our rare, and then a foil Gladiator. I think that's a Gladiator, right? I'm not positive. Not 100% sure there. And then open up our next one. So we got 20. We had 20 packs of chapters 4 and 20 packs of chapters 3. So we got a lot to go through. This is a beautiful card. That's Rim with phenomenal artwork. And that's actually a legendary. I don't know if y'all can see there at the bottom. That's an S. That's, if I'm not mistaken, that's the symbol for a legendary in the set. So that's a beautiful card. Let's see. All right. The Kurasame is a uncommon, which he's uncommon in this one too, but I just like that one. And then, oh gosh, Angel Penance, isn't that it? Angel Penance, that's our rare. Still in the same colors. I think that's the same power too. I'm not sure about the attack, but again, it's just interesting to see how like things have been rarity shifted as well, and like color identities change on some of this stuff. So just need to see. So we got another. So I think this is supposed to be the Cylindra card that we have. I'm not 100% sure, but I just like the artwork on it. I think that's really cool. And that's in Wind, so that's it's different than kind of where we're at already. Another Kelger as our rare. We'll throw that over in our rare pile. We got 2 more packs of chapter 4 left, and then we can break into our chapters 3. Another Queen, an Ico, but in Earth. And then 7. She is a regular rare, but I think that's pretty much the same 7 that we have in our Opus here. And then another one of the Odins. Celeste. I think that's Celestia, right? I don't know. I can't remember which one that is. She's one of the dragon folks in Type 0. And this is another beautiful card. I'm assuming this is Advent Children. Oh no, this is Crisis card. But that's Zach. That is beautiful. I don't know what it does, but that is a beautiful card. I wish that was foil. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to chapter 3 here, and let's see what we got there. Oh, interesting. So our legendary Gabranth is actually an uncommon in chapters 3. And then we have Ferris as our rare, but in water. That's it's a different cost or same cost, different element, and higher power than what we had. I think the Opus one was a EX burst too, so that's interesting. I probably should go through some of the uncommons and commons in this set, but we'll see. Another one of the Edwards. He is a uncommon, and ooh, that's sorry, getting a little ahead of myself here. So that's a Zalera, but at a 5 cost in ice. Looks like it does the exact same thing. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13 is what it hits. Sorry, the camera's not the best. And then we got a foil Larsa. Looks to be the same one that we have, except it's a 3 cost instead of a 2 cost. So that's really interesting. Keep moving on here. So sorry that I kind of looked at some of the spicy cards before we got into this. So, but we got a Chaos Walker. It's a 4 cost EX. A Vaughn. Oh, excuse me. So my apologies. This Larsa is actually a rare. So that's a foil rare there, because then we just got a regular Larsa. So that's interesting. Just caught that. I think this is the Mystic Knight, I think, or white. I don't know. I think it's Mystic Knight. Is that one? But that's foil. I don't know. You guys can leave it in the comments below. Have any of y'all actually been able to open any chapters packs? Have y'all been able to get hold of any? Just wondering all that. Oh, buddy, that's nice. So I just like the deep yellow on that, like the backgrounds on it. Those are really interesting. So one of our uncommons is an Alcid at uncommon, which one of my other packs that I opened a while back had an Alcid in it. And he basically does the same thing he does in our series, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he does the damage, but you can play a 3-drop ice or lightning when he comes into play. So just a lot of interesting chaining there. And then another Larsa. So we got a playset of Larsas if we ever want to play chapters with Larsa. That's fun. So we have a Rosso as a 1 uncommon, a Cholula, if I remember correctly. And then we have a Lena, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the same cost that we have here, a 5-drop in water with 7,000 power, and is also a legend. So look at that, got another legend for you guys out there to take a peek at. Let's see, what's next up? Another Alcid, because why not? A Lenora, uncommon. And then, oh man, that's gorgeous. I think that's the the 5-drop lightning card that removes from the game on our side. Not sure what this one does, but I don't know, that's just gorgeous artwork. And then following it up, just feels real good. A shiny All the Jobs Bartz. He is a legendary for chapters, 7,000, 3 cost, but is a light card instead of a wind card. But that is the All the Job Bartz double attack. Oh, and he's 7K. He's a 6K in chapters, or Opus. So that's really cool. Let's see what we got here. Our rare is a Warrior of Light. So they bumped him to an actual light card and made him a 5K 9,000. I think he still gives the same buff. It doesn't look like I can really see it there. There's something about 6,000 power with his special. Can't really tell what that is, but that's interesting. And then we got a foil Fran, which I don't know, your boy Chris Adams might be excited about that one. That'll be waiting for him when we go to the next locals night next Tuesday. Let's keep digging in through here. Oh, look at that. That's a good one. Oh, and he's a legend, I think. Maybe that's starter. I don't know. That's the do all sorts of stuff Gilgamesh. On this one, ironically though, it might be hard to see. Sorry, again, my camera's crap. But on this side, his abilities are not the one cost ones like we have in Opus. He has a fire lightning ability, a wind lightning ability, and an earth lightning ability. It looks like his earth lightning plus is 1,000 to him. I'm not sure what the wind lightning one, and the fire lightning looks like it does 3,000 to an opponent, like opponent's forward. So I'm not sure what that one is. And just because, a little Hashmal, he goes great with your Barts. Gives them everything. Or one of Mixed Sky Pirates deck. Deck, do it. Another Zalera. I think that's right. Yeah, did I say that right earlier? Another Zalera. So yeah, I'm trying to find things that might be like color shifted, or anything like that might be different. But so far, nothing. It looks like Chapters 3 was pretty on par with some of the cards on what they do. We have the other backup Aerith, which is really pretty. I don't know. I think this one. I like this one better. It's tough to see it in person, but it's pretty. This is also just a regular rare, not a legend, so that's interesting. Let's see. We've got, I don't know, maybe 8 more packs of Chapters 3 left to go. So let's see. We got a Shelk at uncommon. That's the 2 costs, and it looks like you can play 2 different 2 costs, or not 2 different ones, but of different elements. Kind of like Alcid. I think it's called banding or something like that. Another Ferris as our rare. Let's see here. Cracking another pack. We got our Ursula to go with our Yang from earlier. And then the Void Lord himself. Going out to Mr. Alex. Cool. Next up. He's an 8K. I believe that's the same as the Opus version that we have as well. So that's really interesting. There's a Choo-Choo Lane in there. Looks like it's a 4 cost. It does the same stuff. We're getting a lot of duplication here. Another Zalera. But hey, look, play sets, man. Again, for playing in locals, everyone knows what that cost is, but just throwing those in there to be something shiny or pretty to look at. Oh, now that's nice. Sadly, it's not a foil one, but Death Penalty Vincent. That is to me, this card looks better in the chapters kind of art style as opposed. But that's another legendary for our tally, folks. Another Rosso, a Pinello, another Zalera. That's that. She's blown up all my prime numbers, right? And then a Dancer, if I'm not mistaken, as a foil. So yeah, so again, we haven't seen a lot of foils, but the ones we have seen have actually been really good. So that's never a bad thing to see the ones we have. There's your girl Ash looking all sexy. I think looking at that, I think this is almost word for word exactly the same copy that we have in our Opus as compared to Chapters. So that's really interesting. And then a foil Fleeting Flash. Looks fancy. A little mannequin sauce, which didn't the mannequin deck just recently take a tournament out in like Colorado or something like that? That's kind of cool. Another one of our Warrior of Lights. So this, I don't think we got this one. I think we got him as a backup, not as that's just a common samurai. And then like I think this Pinello is one of the most useless characters. So, but I know that's color shifted. I think I've seen that art in our Opus series. So we got 3 packs left of chapters. Let's see what we got. Good old Begamnon, a Gecko, and another Larsa. So yeah, again, these were not from a box. These are just random packs that I bought off eBay had a little conversation with a store over there. Had bought some stuff from them before, but it was all loose packs. So you know, I'm just getting some stuff to crack and hopefully show you guys some good stuff. Is that Weiss? I think it's his name. Um, Looks like you can play another 3-drop. Does look like it has an element attached to it though, so I think that's the same as what we have currently. Um, that's just a pretty card. Elias, you always want to have him around. It's a good card. All right, guys. So now we're at our last pack here. Thanks for hanging out. It's a 20-minute video. Good lord. This is our last chapters pack, and then I'll kind of go back through quickly some of the cool hits. Oh, nice. Ooh, even better. That's a great way to go out. So we get a foil Aerith, which is just gorgeous. And if I remember correctly, I believe. Oh gosh, I can't remember what this card is. This is a light card, and I have opened this card before in another pack a while back, and I cannot remember what it is. Trevor Charbonneau, on the other hand, used his little handy dandy translator to tell me what it is, and I think this was a Gilgamesh, if I remember correctly, is what it actually translated out to. But I can't remember. I don't know. We'll have to look it up again. Look down in the comments. So yeah, we'll kind of looking through this, some of the spicy stuff that we pulled, some of the cool stuff that we pulled. Going back through, just looking at some of these, trying to get them all pulled out here. Let's see, we got that Garnet, the foil Delita, this beautiful Zac, shiny Bartz, an Aerith, and a foil version of her. Good old Vincent, and I think that, yeah, it goes right to our full Aerith. So hopefully you guys enjoyed going through that. I'm going to try again to get a hold of some more packs at some point to do another cracking video. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy these, so hopefully you guys did too. And as always, thanks for viewing. Always check out the RV Returners and all the content that we're putting out. And we look forward to seeing you guys next weekend down in Tampa. Thanks.